When you think about getting ready for marriage, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's the wedding, right? The venue, the guest list, getting those perfect photos. But what about planning for the actual marriage? So in this explainer, we're going to flip that script. We're focusing on what really, truly matters, building a financial foundation that gives you confidence, clarity, and control as you start this new chapter. This quote, it just hits so hard, doesn't it? It points out this huge cultural blind spot. We're meticulously taught how to plan for one perfect day, but not for a secure lifetime. And that's the gap we're diving into today. The space between planning a party and building the kind of real security that comes from knowing how to protect your own financial future. And this just lays it all out, plain and simple. The wedding focus, it's so often about things that last for a day, the outfits, the photo shoots, the aesthetics. But the marriage focus, well, that's about the pillars that hold up a real partnership. Financial security, having shared goals, and making sure you have backup plans and legal protections in place. That's where we're putting our energy today. All right, so where do you even begin? It all starts before the wedding, by building your own solid financial foundation. And look, this isn't about distrusting your partner, not at all. It's about entering a partnership from a position of strength, independence, and self-respect. Okay, let's talk about the No One Knows fund. And let's be super clear here. This is not your regular emergency fund for a car repair or a medical bill. This fund is specifically for your safety. It's the money that gives you the power to walk away from a bad or even dangerous situation without being trapped by finances. And if keeping it a secret feels a little weird or guilty, just remind yourself, your safety and your peace of mind are completely non-negotiable. The best way to think about it, it's your financial seatbelt. I mean, you buckle up every single time you get in a car, right? Not because you expect to crash, but because it's a smart, non-emotional precaution. This fund is exactly that. It's about hoping for the absolute best while being quietly prepared for the worst. So, what should be on your personal financial checklist before you get married? It's really all about getting crystal clear on your own money situation before you merge your life with someone else's. That means taking a hard look at any debt you have, no surprises later, review your insurance policies, and really take some time to define your individual goals. If you can start this process about a year out, it gives you plenty of time to tie up any loose ends and start on a really strong, clean slate. So, once your own foundation is feeling solid, the next big step is learning how to talk about money. And trust me, it's a skill. It's one of the most important ones you can develop for your marriage. This is all about setting boundaries, being brave enough to ask the tough questions, and ultimately protecting your financial well-being. Protecting yourself financially often just means creating a little space to think away from any emotional pressure. Here's a super simple framework. First, the 24-hour pause rule. For any big money decision, just give yourself a day. Second, document everything. A paper trail is your absolute best friend. Third, get comfortable saying no when something doesn't align with your goals. And finally, please, get legal clarity before you co-sign anything. I'm going to say that again. Love is not legal protection. You have to think of it this way. A marriage is a financial partnership. You would never go into business with someone without doing your homework, right? So it's crucial to understand your partner's money habits. Are they open about their debt? Are their parents financially independent, or might that become a shared responsibility? These aren't meant to be confrontational questions. They are absolutely essential conversations for building a secure future together. Now, we're going to move into a concept that is so important, and it's where a lot of women can unknowingly lose their financial footing. It's understanding the difference between contribution and ownership. It is critical to know the difference between putting money into something and legally owning it. This chart breaks it down perfectly. See, contribution is helping to pay the home loan or buying the jewelry. It feels like you're building a life together. But ownership? That means your name is on the legal documents, the property papers, the bills for the jewelry, the locker agreement. Ownership is what gives you legal rights. Without it, all those contributions might have no legal standing if things ever go south. I want you to let this one really sink in. Contribution without ownership is support without security. This isn't about being suspicious, it's about being smart. If you are putting your hard-earned money into building a life together, you absolutely deserve to have legal proof of that investment. Your support has to come with security. Period. And hey, contribution isn't just about cash, right? We have to talk about unpaid labor. All the cooking, the cleaning, the managing of the household, the caregiving, all the work that is so often just expected of women. Just because this work isn't paid with a salary doesn't mean it doesn't have real, tangible economic value. When a woman steps back from her career, even for a few years, she's not just giving up a paycheck. It's so much more than that. She's losing out on years of building wealth, missing out on promotions, and foregoing retirement benefits. Over time, that adds up to a huge loss of financial power and, often, professional confidence. This work is valuable, it's strategic, and it deserves to be respected and included in every household financial decision. Okay, so finally, let's pull back and talk about the big picture. Your wedding is one day. Your life, well, your life is the main event. It is so important to have a personal financial vision that goes way beyond your wedding day, and honestly, even beyond your relationship. Think about it. Your wedding is probably the first huge financial project you'll manage as a couple. So why not treat it that way? Approach it like a chief financial officer would. Get deep into the budget, track all the expenses, get involved in negotiating with vendors. This isn't just about saving money on the party, it's about building the financial muscles you're going to need for a lifetime. Now, for life after the wedding, let's talk about the Freedom Fund. This is different from the No One Knows Fund, okay? That one's for emergencies. This one is for planned life transitions, things like taking a career break for maternity leave or relocating for your partner's job. Having a cushion of 6 to 12 months of expenses saved up gives you the freedom to make these big life choices without being under massive financial stress. So this is really the core question, the one you need to ask yourself. What does financial freedom actually look like for you? Not for your parents, not for your partner, but for you. Is it traveling the world? Buying a home in your own name? Is it having the power to quit a job you hate? Just take a minute and get really clear on what your personal vision is. A great way to start is by creating your own personal roadmap. Just list 3 financial goals that are entirely your own, things that genuinely excite you. Maybe it's funding a startup, maybe it's that solo trip. From there, you can work backward and figure out the steps and skills you need to get there. This is all about designing the life that you want to live completely on your own terms. And I want to leave you with this. Please remember, marriage is a chapter in our lives. It is not the whole book. Your life is the story, and you are the author. Building your own financial independence is what ensures that you get to write every single chapter exactly how you want, with your name proudly on the cover.